Hello, let us continue our discussion of UPSC Mains GS Paper 1 2022. Describe the characteristics and types of primary rocks. There are three parts for this question. First of all, you say what is a primary rock and why it is called primary rock and how it is formed. That is part of introduction. Then what are the characteristics? Then what are the types of primary rocks? Okay. Then primary rocks are commonly known as igneous rocks. Okay, igneous rocks we know it's formed from the solidification of molten lava or magma. Okay, lava or magma either can solidify within the surface of the earth or it can come above the surface of the earth and solidify. In either case, it is called igneous rocks or primary rocks. Then why it is called primary rocks? Because other rocks are formed from them. Okay, through other geological processes. For example, sedimentary rocks through fossilization and through metamorphic rocks through metamorphism, etc. Like in both the case, they are originating from the initial rocks called primary rocks or igneous rocks. Then what are the characteristics of igneous rocks? One, you can say about like what are you seeing when you are like for the first time when you are visualizing it, like what are you seeing? Okay, it's texture, right? So it can be either coarse grained. It can be either coarse grained. That means you can see crystals, small crystals on the surface. Then fine grained. That means it's just like very small tiny crystals we cannot see without a magnifying lens or something like that. So this is the two forms of texture. Then if it is in a crystallized form, actually you can see that the crystals will be tightly interlocking, just like we see when in the house construction we align bricks in the form of interlocking. So in this also crystals will be tightly in an interlocked fashion. So it is formed, this interlocking is formed, or these crystals are formed during the solidification or cooling of lava or magma. So that is one thing. Then non-layered fashion, we know if you compare sedimentary rocks and igneous rocks, you can say that these particular layering is a feature of sedimentary rock and not igneous rocks. Okay. Then why this layering? Because we know that there are layers of sediments accumulated in sedimentary rock. Then fossils. Igneous rocks do not contain fossils. Why? Because even if there is any fossil, that will be completely degraded by the extremely hot molten magma. Then about its mineral composition, whether it is having silica or not. If it is rich in silica, then it is called felsic. Okay. If it is not rich in silica but contain magnesium and iron, it is called mafic. Then about origin, they can either form or solidify on the surface of the earth. That is called extrusive or volcanic rocks. Then if it is solidifying or cooling within the interior of the earth, or not within the interior of the earth, within the beneath the surface of the earth, that is called intrusive or plutonic rocks. So that is the origin. So we talked about texture, we talked about how the crystals are interlocking, then we talked about there is no layer formation in this, then there is no fossil, then about the silica, based on the silica content or other mineral content, it is divided into mafic or felsic. Then about the origin, how it is, like where it is cooling down, on the surface or on the or beneath the surface. Then what are the types? Types of igneous rocks means what? Just classify, like we already discussed this, right? If the magma or lava is coming onto the surface of the earth where we can see it, then it will be immediately cooling down. Okay, cools quickly because of the action of the atmospheric air. So that is why it is called extrusive igneous rock. It is coming to the surface. Then when a liquid lava is immediately cooling, there is no formation of crystals. Okay, there is no formation of crystals because it is as it is cooling down. So fine grained structure is seen because of the immediate cooling. And the types of primary rocks. Examples you have to write in the igneous rocks. I mean extrusive igneous rocks. The examples are basalt, andesite and rhyolite. Basalt is dark color. We know it is having dark colored. Then it is fine grained because it is a result of immediate cooling. Right. All this will be a fine grain. And if you take the case of basalt, andesite and rhyolite, the difference is basically in the silica content. Basalt is felsic because it is rich in silica. Rhyolite is poor in silica, so it's called mafic. It will be having magnesium and iron, etc. And andesite will be in between, like basalt and rhyolite, in the form of in the matter of silica content. Then if you are coming to intrusive igneous rocks, that means what? It is the lava will be cooling beneath the surface of the earth. Okay, so it will be cooling very slowly. So it results in grain formation, right? Here some cooling here, some cooling here, like that. It's not uniform cooling quickly. It is slow cooling, so slowly crystals will be formed. Then examples like granite, diorite and gabbro. So granite, as I told, in the case of basalt and rhyolite, if you compare the case of silica, granite will be rich in silica, gabbro will be poor in silica. Okay, rich in silica is called felsic, gabbro poor in silica, that is called mafic. Then in between diorite, okay, diorite will be having silica content in between granite and gabbro. So these are the like characteristics and types of igneous rocks. Then you write a suitable conclusion. Okay, this is the foundational rock, and other rocks are originating from this. This can be studied like in deeply, like to study about the interior of the earth, about the volcanic rocks, etc. You can study by like conducting a detailed survey of igneous rocks. In that way, just having a futuristic conclusion, just wind it up. Thank you.